So principle 51 under chapter 6, whisperer, manager, coach, player, team, tactical attacking and defending information, and reciprocation response. And there's a deficit analysis map that is going to be of interest to not just coaches but to the leaders of the club, where we will see, we can look at and see at what point the players are taking the action that is required to produce end results, and not just passing the ball around 101 times to no effect. We are seeing now where possession is not necessarily mean that you're going to win the game. Principle 52, the gift of corners. And don't ever return it unwrapped. The season's outcome could be hidden inside. We have seen where, to our dismay, that teams are down by 1 or 2 goals. They receive a couple of corners, and they are playing what has been described as short corners, which is, in our estimation, just another pass. And we are recommending a standard for corners, and we know as a fact that the result from this standardized corner is much more greater than what is being tried when we put the game back in the usual manner by just passing the ball around. It should be a strike situation, and where that is not happening, then we have to blame the manager coaches for wasting goal scoring opportunities in the middle of a crisis. And that's not a player problem. That is a manager coaching problem that we hope will go away. Principle 53, throws require preparation of specialists. And we see in the World Cup here where players are at loss, looking very quizzical on the line when they receive a throw. And we have also seen where some countries and clubs are utilizing the throw to better effect, a more sensible approach, putting the opponent under pressure by using the throw and throwing specialists that can be easily developed by the coaching staff. And our Whisperer project, our Principle 53 here, describes exactly what should happen, and even when the opponents will know what is going to be done, there's very little they can do about it. That is why some of these principles are so critical, because everyone will know about the principle, but not anyone can do anything much about it. Because if you go overboard to block it, then you leave yourselves wide open in other areas. So we will see how that pan out, and we look forward to feedback. Some are coming already. Principle 54, manager coach scoring goals through player scoring coach's goal. Coaches are not constructing goals, demanding them, and that players must know these, and they can occur once per game, what we have described as coach's goals. And you will see what we are talking about. You get the manual and update yourselves. Principle 55, conceptualizing and perfecting a defensive format. And Whisperer recommended goal area defending system. It's called the 8-man sliding door system, which can be very effective. And the breakout of that is into counter-attack. You get good players, speedy players to go up front and to make the bull run at the opponents. And we're seeing some of that in the World Cup to good effect. Principle 56, transitioning and forging counterattacks out of the deep defensive format that we just described. And we're effecting rapid response, ground and aerial assaults that should be a part of the repertoire of the manager coaches. The players are able to execute these things. Once they're not doing it, we have to start speaking to our manager coaches about why these things are not happening during the course of play. The Principle 57, Inculcating Technical Perfection in Player Performance through Skill Fixation. And skill fixation is a wide area that we are going to be looking at as we go through the material, very important. Anticipate using the Whisperer technical execution, high performance skill fixation coaching system, and the testing kit package, which should be available later this year. Principle 58, the concept of physical and mental match fitness through high performance readiness. And this involves the graduating of pressure on the player before the execution of any skill. Player has to go to a workstation, do a bout of exercise, come huffing and puffing, calm himself quickly down, and execute the set plays. Doesn't make sense taking the set plays, getting the set plays when you are cool and sitting in a rocking chair, and that won't be the situation when you get into the game situation and late in the second half. Principle 59, ensuring high performance bilateral competence in shooting repertoire. And this is very, very important. We have seen where professional players have come up through the system without the bilateral dexterity. That is the critical skills that must not be left behind in the development of the player. We have seen where, as I said to someone recently, where the left foot is eating the right foot cake, and we have to put an end to that sort of things. Our players have gone through academies, they have come up through the system, they are doing very well, they are surviving, and at the crucial moment, the lack of bilateral competence has let the team down in many ways. So we thank you for listening to our quick review. It wasn't as quick as you thought, but we will make sure we split the performance so that you will be able to see them in smaller bites. So we thank you very much for listening to this presentation. We will begin the final one at the next sitting.